Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend some of your time with me today. Today I'm doing a get ready with me and I am creating this look, which is like a transitional makeup look into autumn, embracing some of the earthier and more neutral, warmer tones of autumn and moving away from the brighter pinks and oranges and so forth of summer. As we move into September and the autumn is upon us, it's a very simple look. I've used two eyeshadows and I've used mainly MAC products, but a few other brands mixed in as well. So if you want to see how I've created this look, just keep watching. So I'm going to start by using my primer, which also protects my skin because it's got broad spectrum SPF, and it's moisturizing because it's got hyaluronic acid in it, and it's the Sculpted Beauty Base in Pearl Glow, and I love this. Just gives a lovely kind of gentle glow to the skin. It makes it look healthy. And you could actually just apply this and go. That's how lovely it is. Then for my foundation, I'm using the AYU. It's the Perfect Skin Foundation in Light Medium 2. This is a fuller coverage foundation, but I really like it. And I have their foundation brush as well, so I'm just going to dot that. I'll just apply a little more. I know I haven't blended it properly there. This is a good colour match for my skin because I'm not self-tanning as much now that, you know, seasons are beginning to change. It's a good colour match for me. I'm going to use Inglot Endless Beauty Wand in Aria Glow for concealer. And I probably will use this again after I do my eye look. And I always let that sit for a minute. Now I was out earlier, so my brows are kind of done. I'm just going to touch them up. This is the BPerfect Indestructi'brow and I'm in the colour Charcoal, and it's literally, I'd say this is the last use I'm going to get from it. It's a lovely pencil. You can see there's just about a little on the top there. Been joined by my cat, who is now sitting in the window. I'm going to blend in my concealer after I've let it sit for a minute. I just find that that helps for it to last a bit better and kind of to just put it where I need it, which is into that darkness there, that under eye dark circle. For my bronzer, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury, the Filmstar Bronze Glow, and I'm in light medium. This was a Christmas gift last Christmas, and I have to say I really do like it. It's a really good colour for my fair skin. For blush, I wanted something quite subtle because I want a bit of emphasis on my eyes, but kind of again going into the autumnal shades. So I'm going to use MAC. This is Warm Soul. I love this blush. It's got a little sheen to it, nothing too harsh or glaring. I have to say I love MAC products, but the fact that they are still testing on animals is a problem for me. So I'm trying to use up what MAC products I have. Whether I repurchase again, I don't know, unless they change their policies. So that just gives a nice kind of a gentle glow. I'm sticking with MAC products, and these, as I say, they're products I'm using up. This is my MAC Pro palette. I have 15 shades. These are colours that I would really use a lot. So I'm going to go in with this one here, which is called Quarry, and I'm just going to pop that all over the lid. So as you can see, I've just popped that all over the lid and brought it up into the crease, and I'm just going to darken it, still using the same shade. I'm just going to intensify it a little bit there in the crease, and then I'm going to bring it under my bottom lashes. And the same on the other side. So you could actually just use that as your one and done, but I wanted to do something that's a little bit more autumnal. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is a kind of a lovely burnt orange. I just took it out there. It's called Expensive Pink, even though it's more of an orangey tone. I'm just going to put a little of that on my ring finger, and I'm going to pop that on the center of my lid. Now I have brought it over a little bit, but not quite to the outer corner. I think that's a lovely colour. A little nod to the lovely warm autumnal shades that are coming in. And yet it's quite an everyday wearable colour. Now using a clean brush, I'm just going to gently buff that out so that there's no harsh lines. Oh, I've smudged my nose. I smudged my nose, so I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and buff that out. Now I want a little bit of liner. So I'm going to use Sculpted by Aimee. It's the Brighten and Define duo liner. So at one end you have, this is brown, nude brown. So if one end is brown and the other end is the nude. So I'm just going to line my upper lids with the brown end, obviously. Pull it out into a little wing. Make sure they look the same. I'm going to bring it just ever so slightly under my bottom lashes. Then with a little soft smudger brush, I'm just going to diffuse that a little bit as well. Smudge it out. I'm going to curl my lashes, but I won't subject you to that. For mascara, I'm going to use, it's a Catrice mascara, it's called Pure Volume. Does it remind you of any other much more expensive brand? Very slightly different in colour, but the top is very similar. Actually, this is a really good mascara. I bought it there recently, and I have to say, I've really enjoyed using it. It really lasts on the eyes, doesn't smudge, doesn't flake, and it's really budget friendly. I think I've smudged a little, so just flick that off with a little brow brush, and that should be okay. For lips, I'm going to do sort of a darker nude lip, and I'm going to use MAC, I think it's Dervish lip liner, down to a very small little lip liner, and I'm just going to line my lips. So the lipstick I was going to use was too dark, so I cleaned it off and re-lined my lips. I'm going to go in with MAC Blankety, which is a nice gentle nude. It's not too dark. I think it just goes really well with that look. And that's an amplified lipstick. You know, the way there's cream sheens and there's satin and so on. That's a cream sheen, or an amplified. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more concealer. And I'm using the same concealer, the Inglot Endless Beauty Wand in Aria Glow. I'm just going to clean up around my eye. That's a lovely look, isn't it? Let it sit for a few seconds, just to sort of set up and do its work, and then just, you don't need to blend it with a brush. You could do it with your fingers, just my fingers are not clean now from swatching, or you could do it with a dampened beauty sponge. That lifts the area really nicely. To set that, I'm going to go in with the Sculpted by Aimee Velvet Veil Invisible Pressed setting powder. This was the first one they came out with. It's a small size. They now have come out with a larger size. As you can see, this is well used. It's a beautiful setting powder. It gives a lovely airbrushed look to the area. So making sure that the concealer is completely set and it's not settled, just pat in the powder and wait till you see. I think there's a big difference. And then of course you can use it to set any areas that you might need to have some extra lasting time. I would tend to get wear away on my makeup on my T-zone, around my nose and my chin, and this really helps. And as I say, it just gives that lovely airbrush finish. So for a finishing powder, I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Infinity Powder. I love this. This was a birthday gift. It's a nice big fluffy brush, and just so you don't use this to set under your eyes. This is to give you a nice diffused light look to your makeup. These definitely are a luxury buy, but you use so little, they're going to last a long time. So that is the finished look. I think it's a lovely look for autumn. So I'll just fix my hair and I'll be back in a sec. So that's the finished look. I think it's a really pretty look for autumn. Just bringing in some of those warmer, more neutral tones, more earthy tones, and embracing the autumnal hues. Very simple eye look, 2 shadows used. You could define this crease and the outer V even more with the same shadow which I used, which was Quarry, or you could use a darker shade as well. And remember, you don't have to use the same products as I have used. You can use whatever you have that's similar. It's just about creating the look. It's not about using particular products. But I have to say, I think that foundation is absolutely beautiful. It gives a very flawless finish to the skin, and it's not expensive. It's an Irish company. They're available online, and for those of you who are in Ireland, they actually have a pop-up shop in the Kildare Outlet Village at the moment, so you can go in store and see everything and get colour matched, but they have a wonderful colour matching service online anyway. But and it's not an expensive foundation, but it certainly rivals high end. So that, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to give it a go. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you haven't already, maybe you would think of hitting that subscribe button and the little notification bell beside it to let you know as to when I upload a video. And if you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And I look forward to seeing you very soon in the next video. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.